there is nothing which you can be afraid than a person, a living person. If you are in the bush, if you are in the forest, it's tough. That's tough life. A snake or an elephant or a hyena, even a lion, those ones are like dogs to your side. Even you see, if you are fighting for the truth, there is nothing which can disturb you. I'm telling you the truth. There is nothing. A snake can just pass there while you are lying down. Either you are in your trench, and a snake, you will be just passing, either passing nearby you, crossing your legs. You are just quiet.
Kijk eens op, wetmensen is net als ons. Man, hoe kom je die bang wees? Ons het AK-47. Als je net die geweer onder die water in zet, dit kan daar wees, hele 10 dagen onder die water. Als je uitkomt, je zal net schieten, dat is het probleem niet. Dat je moet naar Moses en dan tiraka. Don't be worried. Amen. Dat je daar is diringa.
During the 1960s, most African countries had gained independence except for Namibia. Namibia was then known as Southwest Africa, a territory under South African administration from 1915 to 1990. South African apartheid laws were extended to Namibia and prevented black Namibians from having any political rights, as well as restricted social and economic freedoms. The South African apartheid regime believed that by holding on to Namibia, the guerrilla war in Angola would be kept further away from South Africa. Rahimi Thawakahimithe shot and captured during the liberation struggle. Joas Njulume Ipinge, journalist and a photographer throughout the liberation struggle. Nyalasha Eliasa Elia Haulonjaba, an artillerist commander. Roger Mwanga Mushimbwa, SWAPO's guerrilla warfare militant. John Amapindi, SWAPO's guerrilla warfare military commander. These are some of the pioneers of the Namibian Northern Border War, which provoked the Liberation War for independence. When at war, it's not just about guns blazing and missiles flying. Money also comes into play. Joas Ipinge, who was at the time also chief of logistics, at some point demanded 5,000 rands from SWAPO president Nuyoma for military penetration into the country.
Now we were told again, so now we have to go Kwando Kubango now. So we went now to fight now, again. And that fight, lucky enough, I was there. Communist president, I told him, we are just from the war now. Now again, we go again back this side again, Kwando Kubango again. So, Communist President, I'm the chief of logistics. You have to give me 5,000. There was another man called Kanunga Konjatha. Haiti. Ito duro kupura president di marwa kufuteka. Si atunu ni marwa kandati kuikeneni. Tabari shitiha. Andiri mo Rusia. Janda anduka. Andiri mo Rusia. Nustoka kwe. Nsinga komanda. Ito pima na rekunya. Embrotroditi pa na rekunya. Paifa atu neme ni rosirongone. Atu farashike. Atu fara iruiso tukatunge nyu gunumbashi. And after building the new gunumbashi, then tuka ekotavi. So what we were told. Amaimono ya paifa topengene 5,000. Upon dia na nwa bandina baba. Hashami chief of logistics. Shaping, Kwaratinda, that Yengi Topenge, I will never go there. Then just because that photo is there is the ritual penica, and then they could take a photo already. They are quite a mark. I was a naughty boy.
Joas was never short of confidence, as he referred to himself as Moses, the Bible character that freed the Israelites from the Egyptian empire, saying he will do the same if they believe and trust in him.
Dat is het probleem. Moet nog niet bang wezen, man. De Heer is daar. Huh? Kijk eens op, wit mensen net als ons. Man, hoe kom je bang wezen? Ons het AK-47. Als je net die geweer onder het water in zet, dit kan daar wezen, hele 10 dagen onder het water. Als je uitkomt, je zal net schieten, dat is het probleem niet. I told them, amusesi muringani, omuri koshiyange, amingo mosesa. Inam tiraka munuju, ask me, I will be given. I'm just going to ask my God. I'm a believer. No, chasano me, taka kamani swatira ndichi. Ino tire fyokaya, fyuka nasha. Ocharo kwari kambuye kamya kutua tula. Kahumbi, hakaindika ngashike yakasere tangoka. Kone akinna press nanenga. Tula. Tutarapa. Tutarima disane mo 500. 5,000. Kapenj. Ama idong bedene aidua. Manginafya. Aidua. Taipeno hotoe. In Kaungamashi, if you know the place. Punostora akutua ya Fernando nga. Umundu rekene unyaku singama. Unenda karandaneo. Imarwa isyo. Try to reach 49. Aveshe. Airan dure keneo. Aivato porere. Urekeo. Genge. Suape fingole nota. Opo kesi umeta kufakama kiketari. Shundevarombwera. Which is true. Urekeo ketu aterao. Kami undire pa. Fakarwanita ne. Yeah? Fakarwanita ne. Emburu tatu kongwa ne. No more coming back. Nyo chonga nkaramatira. Tatu muri na Moses namtira kaya. Don't be worried. Huh? Ame ondafyandare sindiringa. Huh? Namtira kaya.
Kahimithe fell into an ambush that nearly ended his life.
On the 6th of December 68, we have a battle, but we could say that it's sort of a ambush because they might have information that where we are and so on. By the time we want to come up, it was about midday, and the Boers attacked us. That was at the place called Karkuwisa in Okavango East. And it's where I was shot, wounded, and captured, and later taken to Pretoria. All in all, the Boers were so brutal that some people were sort of employed or whatever as spies and so on. And on their way, that's what we also realized that these people, we cannot trust them and so on. And as I said, that we ambushed them twice because when they are following us, we go around, and when we found that the group is not so big, then we ambush them. But again, as we are moving, we started to become a smaller group. And when we came there, when we thought that we were hungry now, we thought we can get some food. But when we talked to one person, the person said that they are plowing, so we must come a bit later. And we thought, okay, perhaps it's a good idea because they are plowing, and so they can only not give us food. They are going to give us food when they are together. And by then, they have now information which they send. We don't know how, and we only the sort of the area was not even. It was the upper side where we had the cars. When we wake up, by then they have seen us already. So as we thought that let's go this way, if they are following our footprints, we go back and take our guns, and by then they had already seen us, and so they started to encircle us. But by that time we were only two. My friend was in front, and I was behind. So by the time I wanted to take my hand grenade, the Boers have shot me. They shoot me here as I was just like this. They shoot me here. And it went through the shoulder bones. They did not break it, but they break the ribs, and then the blood went out. And the ribs also injured the lungs.
After being captured, he was held captive for 2 years. He was arrested more than 18 times throughout the liberation struggle.
Is that there at the spot there was a Chiherero speaking policeman, and when they came, he was saying that I am Ismail Kasenda. Ismail Kasenda was a Swana man who was now in the USA. And what I heard was that they thought that how can Ismail Kasenda, a Swana man, should be here today? What's wrong? What are the things and so on? Perhaps that's what we aspire to see. Perhaps that's the reason they did not shoot. And again, shooting was also, according to what we heard, because there was no fighting. They shot me, and the other person with whom I was, he ran away, so there was no fighting. There's no saying that let's finish and something like that. Whether it was that the reason or the reason that these men thought I was Kasenda, the Swana man, that really we don't know. But in Pretoria, a certain Theophilus Haimbondi and Israel Iyambo, who were together there, who were now working with the police, came and said that no, this is not Kasenda, this is Kahimise. We were together there. We sent him to come and fight. But when after captured, they started working with the Boers. Just the same also with because when we were when I was in Pretoria prison, I could hear other people also talking in Oshuambo, and then I talked to them later when I became a bit healthier, and this when they told me that the person who betrayed our struggle, those who took the Boers to Omgulubashe, was Leonard Castroli Philemon, who was our camp commander and who was supposed to be our leader in Namibia by that time. So that is the situation when the situation was now changing and so on and so on. And even the Boers were trying their different things. Once they wanted also to separate the tribes, to try, because they could say that what are you doing with the Chiwambu? You must not betray, but work with us, not with those Chiwambu group and so on. And you must leave them. And they also, even through beating and all the type of things, that tortured with these electrical things which they were torturing us. And this have made other people also to start and being with the Boers, especially those two people whom I know that. But you can see that because they used to blindfold you, can see people are talking, but we can see that these are people I know. But because they don't want you to see them and to realize whom they are. When I look at the men with whom we were, the men I know that they died for us, for freedom, and that I should also betray that standing to us, to me, was a very insulting thing to do.
Due to the depleted number of insurgents, guerrilla tactics were the best method of war for the SWAPO militants. This tactic is popularly trained in Algeria, Egypt, Russia, China, South Korea, and Ghana.
At that time, we're using this guerrilla warfare. Yeah, there was no that war of regular. Regular, that means it's face to face. You can even use bayonets and so on. Either you can even use hands, but totally that side we were just trained to use guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare, you hide yourself somewhere where you can keep yourself. Even an enemy himself, either he can even come and stab on you while you are just hiding. If you decide now that I should knock him down, you can make it. Yeah, you are just hiding yourself. Hiding yourself.
When we asked Mr. Roger how he managed to survive the thick forest during the war, bearing in mind that lions and snakes could be hovering in the wilderness, this is what he had to say.
My brother, those ones are not things to be afraid. God is great. You see the problem? A snake, there is nothing which you can be afraid than a person, a living person. If you are in the bush, if you are in the forest, it's tough. That's tough life. A snake or an elephant or a hyena, either a lion, those ones are like dogs to your side. You can just face it, you just cross and leave it there being like, you just go. A living person, a human being, that's the only person which will help. Yeah, not those things a snake. Even you see, if you are fighting for the truth, there is nothing which can disturb you. I'm telling you the truth. There is nothing. A snake can just pass there while you are lying down. Either you are in your trench, and a snake will be just passing nearby you, crossing your legs. You are just quiet. I have told you the camp where we were living, which we called United Nations camp. That one, it was a very thick forest where there was different types of snakes. It was not a joke. You can't be afraid of a snake now. That's the truth of it.
John Amapindi, in 1971, while at school, he used to attend what they called underground meetings at Agustinium that motivated him to join the liberation movement.
In Katutura, myself, because I was at school, my friends continue in Katutura. It's where Mr. Nestor Yambo, Johnny Hamkoto, Sake Anyera, and the others used to make a meeting there. In Katutura, at the house of the late Dareni Hamkoto. It's where they used to gather, but they had to be careful. If they are to be detected by the police, they are in trouble. That's why they used to be underground. They used to go to come in the room. In the room, then they started discussing. If they find they had someone who coming there and say "co" because of the shoe, then they start quiet and they talking other things. Yeah, it's how we survive. Then we used to meet with Isaka Nyera to hear what they discussed at the meeting, and it's where we had started to organize our journey to leave the country, so that we could go and join the People Liberation Army of Namibia. It was at the end of 71. 71. When we departed, our team was consist of 4 men. I, Johnny Amapindi, Sake Anyera, Johnny Hamkoto, and Comrade Philemon Kambara, ambassador, as we know him.
The South Africans responded by attacking the rebel bases across the border, including a retaliatory strike into Zambia, which forced the Zambians to be more unwilling to support SWAPO. South Africa's raid into Angola drove the rebels back 200 miles and did significant damage. The war intensified and South African and Angolan forces fought their first battle in 1981. John Amapindi was in a life and death situation when they encountered South African forces, a battle from which he barely escaped.
I never know that we are in an ambush. When I just heard the titwa, the bullet of that time. If it burst on if it coming from the barrel of the gun this side, it burst on this side. When I come to look around, I thought it's my friend fire because he used to fire quickly. It was terrible. I just see him showing the hands because if a person shot, you could not just follow like that. We used to make and go slowly until you did. To see Jamea is also going. Now the machine gun is now facing me. I just under dust. I don't know where they hit. Anyway, my head was the one which you saw there. It was hit by the bullet. I just under dust. I started to smell. Now I was feeling the dust. Then later I have to feel the gas cells of the bullet because when it flying there, the gases you just feel the gases. And later I had to feel the blood now. If you feel the blood, even you used to see the bullet how they hit. They just hit just under dust. Then from there, I never panic at all. I never panic. If I could panic, I could not be here. I had to start because I was not crawling, but as a military men do. Now, the bullet is hitting around. Then I had to start, because we were taught if you go in that situation, you have to make a zigzag. When I started to train the zigzag, as I reached here, the bullet just hitting me here. If I go this side, the bullet is hitting me. I realized that if I to hit the bullet could hit in this eye and hit this eye, I had to be captured. I will not see how I could help myself. Then I will be captured by this South African. And at that time I was not in the position to say that I could be captured by South Africa. No. I had to start saying that I had to change the tactic because I was afraid of hit it in the eyes and come on the other side. Then I had to go straight, but I'm crawling, but I was thought that if they hit on the leg, I had to lie down and just silent to let them come and shoot them so that I could die with many. Then I had to find before I do like that, the machine gun, because it was just nearby 50 meters. It was near. The machine gun itself, the bullet get finished. It said, "Pah." I heard it that it went, "Pah." When it saying, "Pah," I heard it. Then I said, no. Now this is one from a small automatic machine. I said, no. I said, no. This if I am unable to be hit by machine gun, but to be no, this could not catch me. It's when before just trying to reach, there was a small tree lying around. I was supposed to go on that tree. Before reaching there, the mascot caught me. Then my leg are just straight. Here I hold my gun. Then I had to push my elbow on the ground and using the stomach. until I reach that place. This I say, toka. No, I'm no worry because I was afraid of machine gun. Then I went to that area. Then I went behind the tree there. Then I took it because I was used to prepare. Now from there, I had to prepare now my last. Because when I choose that place, I was saying that there's no way of me to survive. Let me choose that tree to be my grave place. Then from there, I went there. Then I prepare myself. I took my hand grenade, or my hand grenade, F1 and F2, put them there. Then I had to put my bullet because my bullet I used to be on the other side. Because if you fire, you could not realize that the bullet is over. Myself used to be on the pocket. I had to take it and put it there. Then they started saying, hula, 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 hula there. Then my heart is now to my friends there. How they are going to be, who is going to notify them? And I'm the one who was supposed to tell them the situation because I was the one who is commanding that journey. It was terrible. Now I had to put all my things there to say that if they learn, I had to hammer now. Then if I finish, then I had to put my last bullet there, then on the gun, then finish. Killing myself. It would be not because I was not decided to capture by the South African. You will suffer there if you go there. You will suffer. Yeah? That's why I was not saying that they could capture me. Yeah, it's what to kill myself and kill my body is better because they were even told that if you kill the Oshikuro there, the terrorists, just align with the head of Oshikuro, then you will be promoted there. It's what they were told at that time. That's why they were pushing along. Yeah. Then from there we went. I had to pull my leg like this. Then when I pull my leg come and go back. Then I had to pull the second one. When it came, then I had to go back. Then they never. I am not shot. Nandia hua nani? Hambai nandia hua. Chandatinga. Then they realized that no, they never shot me. Then it's what I had told. Then I start to shoot now, to shoot around there, because they are on the valley there. I had to shoot. Then it started to. I have F2. This side there was a fire burn. And here, I just throw the F1 there for the smoke. Then the thickness of the smoke, because of the wind, that one was coming this way. Mine goes straight because for F1 is too strong. It's anyway, it go around, but it always goes straight. Then it capture each other. Then I had to go through this. Now they could no longer see me because there is that one for F1. That side is for the fire, which is burning on burning a pair, yeah, which is burning. Now I had to go through because I can no longer go this way straight because and it's where Eliananlo go through, and I don't know if he got. He was captured by the bullets somewhere there and burned in that area. I could not say. Then I had to go through, sneak through between the smokes, between the fire and for the F1. Then I had to go on the other side. Then I had to go straight to the other people. To the other group, they were just surprised to see me again. And Peter often, we find him already there. He said, I'm the only one who survived. They were surprised to see me again. He survived also. My friend has left. Those who are on the pictures there have survived there.
In the end, the brave men and women who stood for the truth and laid their lives down for freedom's sake triumphed. However, Elias Haulonjaba still resents the South African apartheid regime for the massacre they committed and went unreported and unsolved. He believes there is a mass grave underneath Ondangwa Airport, and he seeks justice for the fallen men and women who were killed in the struggle for peace.
One of the things which are always paining us, we don't sleep well. We have thousands of people who were killed, massacred in Ondangwa Airport. The history is there. We had information how people were massacred and they were buried in Ondangwa Airport. The Boer started to write with the corresponding military correspondent that the majority of people who were captured were dumped in the sea. Yeah, if they are dumped in the sea, what happened in it? Why we don't follow this? South Africa should tell us the name of those people who were killed in Ondangwa Airport. Information that we have that people who were in the Ondangwa Airport is a majority of them, their finger were cut. Some hand were cut. Only the few who were having their party they have their party to get there. We were told how, and the day people were killed. They were killed when the wood tag is already arrived in the window. And we were told that they were shot. They were shot with the machine gun. Then a duck were ducked and then we were buried there. Simple, because the comrades, they said they refused to cooperate with the Boers. They say, we are not going to work, join Kufut. You captured us in the battle. If you want to kill us, we cannot join you. Only the few who agree to join Kufuta in their camp. Majority of them, they were buried there. But the history is there in Pretoria. We don't know why things are not, why it's not following. And the Boer, they have already mentioned that they had already do it truth reconciliation. They have no problem. Security, they will tell who was killed there. Some of those who were killed in the Ondangwa Airport, some were, we heard that they were dumped in the Breckenberg mountain near Swakopmund. The Boer themselves, they said, if you want those remain, go to that mountain. Or we drop everything there, even there belong. Their scarf or their bone are there on the mountain. Nobody wanted to go there. Nobody wanted to ask South Africa to produce the list of those people. No. We only every time dreaming. Seeing the colleagues, some who were killed there in firing squad, we know them. But they are not mourned. Their family, they are not mourned. Why? Very simple. Was he just go to South Africa?
tell us the story. How many you were captured? They will tell you who are those. They will tell you the name, the village, where are they buried. They will tell you. Just ignore it. We don't know why. We don't sleep. We always dreaming. The colleague, to look, especially when we heard that the majority were cut their finger, the hair. They only survived by others when they were brought food there. Eating, they were just given on mouth. Dressing, or going toilet by someone because their hand is cut. We know South Africa was fear that if this thing go to United Nations support, South Africa will be called to the war crime violation, war crime. This is why they decided to kill those people and bury it and then forget about it.
On the 8th of August 1988, a ceasefire was agreed upon and announced in Geneva, Switzerland. The United Nations sent a peacekeeping force to monitor the agreement and to help conduct and manage fair elections. In 1989, elections were held and SWAPO won with 57% of the votes, giving them 41 seats in the National Assembly. The opposition party, the Democratic Thunhale Alliance, won 29% with 21 seats. Dr. Sam Nujoma was elected as president of the country, and Namibia had its first multi-party system. On 21 March 1990, Southwest Africa was granted independence as the Republic of Namibia, except for Walvis Bay and the Penguin Islands, which continued to remain under South African rule until 1994. Namibia became independent and celebrated its independence with guests such as the then South African President F.W. de Klerk and the USA and Russian foreign ministers, all present to witness the long-awaited occasion.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the Namibian people and for myself, this day, the 21st of March, 1990, is the most memorable and indeed the most emotional moment in the annals of our history. The solemn hour is the moment which our people have been waiting for more than a century.
It took 24 years of revolt and warfare for Namibia to gain its independence from South Africa. During the years of revolt and warfare, 1966 to 1990, more than 25,000 Namibian people died.
Before